Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the second lesson in Developing the Percussionist Musician, Primary Edition. This lesson is going to talk about keyboard percussion instruments. Keyboard percussion instruments include the bells, the xylophone, the vibraphone, and the marimba. In our videos, we're going to use the marimba as the example, but the same rules apply for the bells, the xylophone, or the vibraphone. You'll notice that a marimba has many similarities to a piano. The white notes on a piano give us the basic musical alphabet. The basic musical alphabet goes from A to G and then starts over again. That gives us a total of 7 letters in the musical alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It looks very similar on the marimba. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. On the piano, you'll notice there are white notes and there are black notes. The black notes are clustered in groups of 2 or 3. The marimba doesn't have different colors, but the note setup is very similar, with groupings of 2 or 3 notes. The black notes on a piano, or those upper notes on a marimba, go by 2 different names. They can be a sharp or a flat. You're going to want to think of it the same way we think about the word two. The word two can be spelled 3 different ways and indicated by a number. I want everyone to say the words as they appear on the screen. All of those spell the word two. They look different on the page, but they sound the same to our ears. The black notes on a piano, or the upper notes on a marimba, function the same way. This note is C sharp. It can also be called D flat, but it sounds the same to the ear. The same is true for D sharp, which can also be spelled as E flat, F sharp, which can also be called G flat, G sharp, which can be called A flat, and A sharp, which can be called B flat. These are called enharmonic spellings. We will cover those in further detail in Lesson 10. So I want everyone to memorize this saying. Sharp, higher, up, right. Can you guys say that for me? The next saying is flat, lower, down, left. Everybody say that for me. A sharp means that we're going to make the music higher. And on a keyboard instrument, higher, up, means going to the right. Inversely, a flat means to go lower or down. So a flat on a keyboard instrument is to your left. All right, let's talk about whole steps and half steps. Let's identify the note C. If you think of a keyboard as a neighborhood with groups of 2 or 3 houses and driveways to park cars, you can identify the 2-house grouping with the driveway on the left. That note is C. So everybody find the parking spot left of the 2 houses. That note is C. Starting from the note C, if we go up a half step, that note is C sharp. If we travel a whole step from C, we're going to skip C sharp and land on D. C up to D. Let's use that same principle with the note F. So first, to locate F, find the 3 houses and the parking spot to the left. That note will be F. If we begin on F and go up a half step, we will find F sharp. A whole step above F will skip F sharp and land on G. G is a whole step above F. We're going to point out two unique situations. Between the notes B and C, there is no black note on the piano or upper note on a marimba. There's an empty space. So, from B to C is a half step. The same thing exists between the notes E and F. There's an empty space on the marimba, so a half step from E is F. On page 6 of Developing the Percussionist Musician, Primary Edition, you have some written homework. Your homework is going to ask you to identify half steps above a note and half steps below a note. It's also going to ask you to identify whole steps above a note and whole steps below a note. Your teacher will assign you that written homework at some point during this lesson. Let's talk about whole steps and half steps starting on the upper notes. So let's identify the note A flat. If we use our house analogy, if you find the group of 3 houses, it's the house in the middle. A half step above A flat would be A. A whole step above A flat would be B flat. A half step below A flat would be the note G. A whole step below A flat would be the note G flat. Let's identify the first 5 notes that we're going to learn. Everybody find C. If you want to use the housing analogy, find the parking space to the left of the 2 houses. This note is C. Going around the room using a beautiful full stroke, want everybody to strike the note C 1 time, making sure that you say the note out loud as you play it. Let's do that now, around the room, playing the note C. Nice job. Let's add the note D. The note D is a whole step above C. So let's go around the room and strike both notes using beautiful full strokes and saying the names of the notes out loud. We're going to go around the room performing the note C followed by the note D. Here we go. Nicely done. The third note will be E. The note E is a whole step above D. Let's play the 3 notes C, D, and E using beautiful full strokes and saying the notes out loud as we perform them. Let's go around the room. All right, let's learn the note F. The note F is a half step above E, remembering that a half step is the shortest distance between 2 notes. So let's perform 4 notes: C, whole step up to D, whole step up to E, and a half step to F. So C, D, E, F, using full strokes and saying the notes out loud as we perform them. Around the room, here we go. And lastly, let's learn the note G. G is a whole step above the note F. So let's perform those 5 notes, walking up the scale from C to G. C, whole step to D, whole step to E, a half step to F, and a whole step to G. So 5 notes: C, D, E, F, G, using full strokes and saying the notes out loud as we perform them. Around the room. Now that we know what half steps and whole steps are, let's talk about how to strike a keyboard instrument. The first thing that we're going to talk about is creating a fulcrum on a pair of mallets. A fulcrum on a pair of mallets is only slightly different than the fulcrum on a snare drum stick. That difference being we actually hold the mallet a lot further up. So instead of dividing the stick into thirds, we're almost dividing it in half. Maybe not quite, but almost halfway up the stick. The reason for that is that the mallet weighs a lot more. So there's rubber and yarn wrapped around at the top, and so that makes it heavier. So we don't want to hold it all the way back because that's not really where the proper balance point is. So we're going to choke up, a lot like choking up on like a baseball or a softball bat if it's a little bit too heavy. So if you're swinging a baseball bat and it's too heavy for you, usually you slide up the handle a little bit, and there's a little bit more of the bat showing at the bottom. So that's what we're doing with the mallet. So instead of just being a little bit of stick at the bottom, we're going to add a little bit more sticking out there to give us a little bit more control of the mallets as we play. The next thing that is super, super, super important is that until you are told to do otherwise, we will always, always, always play full strokes on keyboard instruments. So everybody got that? So it doesn't matter if it's bells, if it's a xylophone, if it's a vibraphone, if it's chimes, if it's marimba, it doesn't matter. If you're using mallets, we are always, always going to use full strokes unless somebody tells you specifically not to, all right? So our default setting is always going to be full strokes no matter what. All right, everybody identify the note C on their practice instrument and take your index finger and touch it for us. So let's go around the room and make sure everybody knows where C is. Good. Now that we all know where C is, we're going to play an exercise where we play the note 4 times and we're going to rest for 4 counts. And then we're going to do it again. So we're going to play C 4 times, rest 4 times, and then repeat that. C, 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 rest, 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 rest. Again, C, 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 rest, 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 rest. All right? I'll demonstrate it here for you. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 rest, 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 rest. C, 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 rest, 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 rest. All right, let's try that as a group. C 4 times, rest 4 times. Remember that we are going to say the note C as we hit it, and we're going to count the rests out loud. So we're all going to say C 4 times, count our rests, do it again, and then we'll stop. Make sure at the end that you stop, pause for a second, and then you can put your mallets down, okay? So let's give it a go. One, two, ready, begin. C, 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 rest, 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 rest. C, 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 rest, 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 rest. All right, nice job, everyone. If we need some more repetitions of that, band directors, let's rewind and let's do it again, okay? So let's do enough reps to make sure that everybody feels super comfortable with it. All right, our next note is D. D is a whole step above C. Everybody identify the note D on their practice instrument, and I want everybody to put their index finger on it right now. All right, nice job. Same exercise. We're going to do D 4 times, saying it out loud, and then we're going to rest for 4. D again 4 times, rest for 4. I'll demonstrate. 1, 2, ready, begin. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same exercise. We're going to do D 4 times, saying it out loud, and then we're going to rest for 4. D again 4 times, rest for 4. 1, 2, ready, begin. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, everybody, well done. Again, if we need some more repetitions of that, let's either pause the video or rewind, and let's do a few more repetitions of the note D. Okay, next note is the note E. E is a whole step above D. Everybody identify the note E on their instrument, and everybody touch it. Ready? Go. Okay. E 4 times, rest 4 times, E 4 times, rest 4 times. I think you guys know the exercise now, so we're just going to do it as a group, all right? Everybody's in, E 4 times, rest 4 times. Make sure that you're saying it out loud, all right? The whole class is in, we're all playing. One, two, ready, begin. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job, everyone. All right, we're almost there. Let's go a half step above E, which is the note F. Can everybody identify the note F by touching it now? All right, good. Now, what I'd like is for everybody to play the exercise exactly the same way. F 4 times, rest 4 times. 1, 2, ready, begin. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, last one we're going to do is the note G. G is a whole step above F. Everybody identify the note G now by touching it. Okay, now we all know where G is. Let's play. G 4 times, rest 4 times. Remember, we're using full strokes, and we're always saying everything out loud. All right, so let's make sure that we're vocalizing everything. If you can say it, you can play it. Here's G. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, 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 G. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great job, everyone. Now, I would like to put that all together as one longer exercise, okay? So what we'd like to do is do 4 notes C, rest. 4 notes D, rest. E 4 times, rest 4 times. F. So we're going to slowly climb up the stairs. So C, up to D, up to E, F, G, and then we're going to go back down. So after we've done G, we're going to go down to F, and then we're going to go to E, and then we're going to go to D, and then we're going to C, and then stop. All right? So I will play along with you, and we'll make sure that we tell you what's happening before it comes. So 4 notes each, 4 rests. We're going to go from C up to G, and then we're going to stop. All right? At the end, we're only going to hit C 1 time, and then we'll put our mallets down. Okay? So Mr. Huestis will demonstrate, and then we'll play it as a group. All right? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. C, 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 C. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 G. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. All right, everyone. Now we know how the exercise goes. We've heard Mr. Huestis model it. Now everybody's going to try. Okay? So again, make sure that we're using full strokes, that the mallets are always coming back up to the top, that we are saying the note name out loud, and that we're counting to 4 in between. Okay? So everybody as a class, let's give this one a go. 1, 2, ready, begin. C, 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 C. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 G. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 F. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Okay, let's try a more advanced version of the stair exercise, walking from C up to G and back down. We're going to play the note 3 times and only rest for 1 count, and then do the next note. So we're going to go C, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. G, 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 going down. F, 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 and then E, 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 and D, 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 and then C, C, C. Does everybody understand? All right, let's have Mr. Huestis model it the first time, and then we'll do it again, and we'll have the entire class try it. Okay? Here's the 3-note version of the stair exercise. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. G, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. C, 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 rest. Let's have everybody give that one a go. The note 3 times, 1 count of rest, next note. C, going up to G, back down to C. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. G, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. C, 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 rest. All right, great job, everyone. So we now know whole steps, half steps. We should have filled out all of the information on page 6 in Developing the Percussionist Musician, the primary edition. We know the first 5 notes, C up to G. We know the stair pattern and a couple different variations. I want you to practice all of those. We know that we're supposed to stand athletically. We know how to make a fulcrum on a mallet instrument. We also know that we're supposed to use full strokes all the time, every time that we're playing a keyboard instrument. All right? You guys are doing a great job. You guys have learned a lot so far. So I want your homework to be for you to go home, make sure that you've completed page 6 if you haven't done so already. Fill it in with a pencil. And also I want you practicing those different variations of the stair exercise. So if you need to go back and watch the video again, you can do that and just follow along playing the stair exercises. And you can do that between 5 and 10 minutes a day, and that'll be perfect, all right? Great job, everyone. You're on your way to being a wonderful keyboard percussionist. To purchase your copy of Developing the Percussionist Musician, click on the link in the description below, or visit the Developing the Percussionist Musician Facebook page and click Shop Now.